The Crown, the other crown, coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manojlovic, often referred to as the crowning glory on a holiday table. Today, we're gonna make a crown roast of pork. Let's get started. When you go to make this at home, you're gonna start this recipe the day before you intend to roast and serve your crown roast of pork. I spoke to my butcher, he assembled my crown. Essentially, it's a long piece of pork rib, loin is still attached, he scores it and then forms it into a crown, little bit of butcher string, and it's gonna keep this very beautiful shape. I really appreciate tender pork, and so I start by taking about 8 cups of water into a stainless bowl. I'm adding a 1/4 cup of kosher salt, dissolve the salt, and then we're gonna place this crown roast in to kind of tenderize. In a perfect world, our crown roast will soak in the brine for 8 to 12 hours. We're covering it and placing it in the fridge overnight. Now, on the day of preparation, we're taking our crown roast out of the fridge about an hour before we're ready to prepare it. We're gonna drain away the water, pat it dry, and we're gonna place it into a heavy-duty roasting pan. Let it sit for that full hour to come to room temperature. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna make a really delicious marinade. Into a small bowl, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Don't be shy, 3 large cloves of garlic finely chopped. 1 or 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh rosemary. Give the marinade a little bit of zing with 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Add 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Stir those ingredients together and you have a very flavorful marinade. Now we slide our crown roast into view. Pastry brush, please, as we brush on that marinade. Check it out on the outside. Don't forget the inside too. I want the entire roast covered in the marinade. We're gonna preheat our oven to 450 degrees. The rack is in the middle position. Now we transfer the crown roast into the oven. It's gonna roast for 10 minutes at 450 before we reduce down to 325 and continue to cook. General rule of thumb, allow 20 minutes for every pound of meat. My roast is 7 pounds, 3 ounces, so I'm thinking about that 2-hour mark. I take the roast out of the oven. You're gonna need a handy meat thermometer. Place your meat thermometer into the center point of the loin. I'm looking for a temperature just shy of 60 degrees. I usually cook to 58 degrees Celsius, about 145 Fahrenheit. When my roast hits that perfect temperature, I know it's done. I take it out of the oven and I let it sit uncovered for 10 minutes. Now, during that 10 minutes here, let me just grab this. You can make something beautiful like these gorgeous manchettes, these little tiny ruffles you place onto the edge of the bones right before you send it to the table to be enjoyed. Last thing before I carve, I trim away all of the string, and then with a sharp knife, we're cutting in between those bones. When you lift out that first chop of crown roast of pork, you'll see it's perfectly prepared. Now to serve, I like presenting this with buttered vegetables, maybe a fresh green salad. Don't forget our very creamy scalloped potatoes. Last thing, I love adding to this plate a little bit of cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce and pork is perfect. Talking about perfect, we have other perfect things available for you to enjoy. Please visit our dedicated website, Weekend at the Cottage, and when you're there, please subscribe to it. You can watch this video and tons more again and again on our dedicated YouTube channel. When you're there, please subscribe to our channel as well. And then finally, why not take a photograph of this gorgeous plate when you have it all assembled? Post it using hashtag Weekend at the Cottage on your favorite socials like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Okay, hurry up everybody, we're gonna watch the crown roast of pork disappear off your holiday table. Until next time, bon appetit. Whoa, beauty. Tender. Fabulous.